everybody? Welcome
What's
to
going
Str8
on?
Podcast. I'm your boy, Mr. Cool Whip,
Your boy OZ.
and we got
Boy
in the
Kumkani.
studio with us today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir. Let everybody know who you are.
Kumkani Davis. Um, Marvel comic nerd, Star Wars nerd, just pretty much been into that stuff, man, since the 70s, man. So
Don't forget manager and business extraordinaire.
Oh, extraordinaire.
yeah, I do manage a lot of businesses. Right now I work for a company where I do a lot of different B2B sales, and I'm thinking about going to open into my own insurance agency, but that's something for the future. So we're going through that process.
What type of insurance? What type of insurance you thinking about going into?
Right now, State Farm wants me to buy an agency. They went through my background. I got the financial background. I got everything that they need. So I'm going through the training. It's really me just pushing the button. I'm the one that's kind of being honest with you, man. I managed for a lot of people all my life, and I'm kind of scared to step out on this this ledge where it's going to be all me, dealing with the bottom line. So I'm gonna have employees, I'm gonna have agents, and whatever my agency is bringing through is what I got to pay everybody for, pay their salaries, pay their insurance, and all that stuff. So that's the part. But State Farm said they're gonna help me, but we'll see what they're talking about. So
I was gonna say one thing to say is this, man. You out of all people that I know should never be scared to go out and step on that platform as far as being a leader. Because I say, when I came over on your team, man, you was a damn good leader, man. You kind of helped groom me into the person that I am to help be able to lead whatever team I had to lead in a better way. So, I got a lot from you, man. So I think it'd be a good venture for you, and I have a feeling you'll be very, very successful. Because me knowing you, you're gonna get a good team, and if you do, you're gonna groom them to the way that they need to be groomed to make sure y'all shine. Because I mean, our store took off. You know what I'm saying? When you got everybody over there, our store took off.
But they say when you the most scared, that's the time to jump.
yeah,
Because if you don't, you'll end up being stuck in the same spot.
yeah. And T, I want to say, man, thank you for those kind words, man. It really touched my heart to hear them, and that I was someone that was influential to you, man. I'm just ready to do this thing, man, and ready to step out on the ledge and do what I got to do. So I heard it. Even my wife's behind me, so I need to just go ahead and do it. So,
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. You got the world behind you, bro. I'm behind you 1,010+%. You know what I'm saying? I know that guy on the other end that's producing right now. I know he feels the same way that I feel.
yes, sir.
We're focusing on business and tending to what needs to get done over here. That's probably the reason why he ain't saying nothing. But when I say what I say, man, I mean that. Like, man, you are one of the individuals that helped groom me to the point of being better, being a better person, being a better man, and conducting myself in a better manner than what I used to.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Me as well. I mean, y'all can't see me on the screen, but me as well, man. With me becoming a leader, me becoming a manager and things like that. I learned pretty much all of that from Rodney. Rodney taught me the one thing I live by right now, and I tell my boys every day.
Kumkani now.
Oh, I'm
They
sorry.
don't call me right.
You gotta excuse me. I'm the producer, so I ain't really know what the rules was. Anyway, Kumkani taught me my words to success, which is to inspect what you expect. That I live by that every day. So thank you, sir.
Got to, man. Yeah, I thank you for those kind words, man. And someone taught me that too. I forgot who. I had so many good leaders, man, coming up, and I'm nothing but a sponge, man. That's all I am is just a sponge. I'm not really that great of a person. I'm the type of person that take ideas from everybody and cater it towards me. There's stuff I got from you guys. I think a good leader is someone that's a servant leader that listens to the people that report to them, because you're only as good as the people that you support. And as a leader, you're a support person. You're really not someone that's supposed to bark orders. Say, I'm the leader. there's times you got to do that when you got someone that's totally insubordinate. But most people, you're supporting them. Your job is to make sure that you take away all the obstacles in front of them for them achieving their success, and make sure you assist them and you build on their strengths so they become successful. If they become successful, you become successful. And I listen to people. If the day you think that you know everything and that you think that you can't learn something from anybody, you might as well just die. I learn from everyone. I learn from children. You know, if there's somebody got something that I ain't never picked up before, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna learn. Always learn from everybody. No matter who it is. It could be a homeless person. They could take it. They could drop a gem on you. They could have been like a person that was like on the right path in life at one point and they made a wrong turn and ended up homeless. But they have knowledge, and I never ever don't not listen to people. You know, I look at our guy. You know, I probably don't want us to mention him here, but Desi was someone that reported to me. Now he's a big entrepreneur, business owner, and I'm looking to him for like, dang, I didn't know how to get there. You know, just people you always can learn from. Man. Matter of fact, I feel happy. A lot of people that I managed in the past, a lot of them are business owners right now and doing their own thing. They're doing way better than me. I'm behind the 8 ball, trying to catch up.
There's one of
Rexanne included.
Of like, you don't get jealous of people. Let them inspire you to be better, because it's like everybody has the same opportunities. It's just at different points in time. So it's one of the situations of, long as you know you are going on the right path, it's gonna be hard, but that's when you push even harder. You always fight to win. You don't fight to lose.
So at this moment, I just want to, before we get back on topic and go to the topics of what we have for the day, we got a couple announcements that we want to get out there, and then we go on topics of the day. We're going to talk about the RIP to Jerry Springer. RIP. We're going to talk about Jamie Foxx. We're going to talk about Jamie Foxx, and then since we finally got Mr. Kumatai, I said it right. Kumatai, palm hair,
Negro, Kumkani. They say Kum like boom with the K.
Okay.
Kumkani, and like a girl named Connie.
Mr. on here, who was supposed to be one of our first guests, but due to circumstances, people got to do what they got to do. But we greatly appreciate you blessing us with your presence today. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Marvel with Mr. Man himself right here. But the first announcement is, go ahead, OZ.
All right. Keep It Smith and Str8 From Us podcast. We're doing a Mother's Day weekend sip and paint party. We're not doing it on Mother's Day exactly. We're gonna do it on that Saturday because we know a lot of people still probably got plans. Which
I hate to jump in there, but you cut the cute out of there.
I'm sorry. Keeping It Cute Smith and Str8 From Us podcast. I gotta read it. What it says. And we're doing it on the 13th, 5 to 9. Admission is free, but you gotta remember this. With it being free, we're not just gonna put the address on the flyer. So you have to RSVP to get the address. Because we know that Black people like free shit.
Yes.
It's gonna be we don't want to have to push nobody from the door, so just remember, you can RSVP with Keeping It Cute Smith on Facebook or Instagram. And we got Mr. DJ Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
He's going to be, having the party going. Now, remember, like I said, if you want the address for the party, you have to RSVP Keeping It Cute Smith on Facebook or Instagram. Back to you, Whip.
All right. So with that being said, I don't know if J Money found or not for the event.
Not yet.
Shit. I wonder if
Bring up
the Poindexter is on there, huh?
I don't see him yet. Bring up the one. that Kunkani had brought up with the dude who woman. So matter of fact, Kunkani, you
Yeah, I'll put it up for you.
no, I got it right here. I just need you to introduce it.
Okay, I was just like, before we started the show, I saw this Instagram link, from my many ADHD moments that I had. Just had a glance at this, and his wife is facing backlash after attacking her husband after she found he cheated. It looked like she poured a bunch of hot water on him, or hot grease on him.
Is it grits?
Grits. That's grease, bro. Grease or water, because that's over a whole, like, all on his back. That's really bad. So I'm going through the comments, and the thing that disturbed me is that everybody's saying like, yeah, that's what you get. Don't cheat. Yeah, So yeah, he deserved that. That's what you get. Go ahead, girlfriend. And I said in the comments, I got upset, and I typed this right before we started our meeting. I said, cheating does not authorize physical violence. She deserves jail. And then I said, the fact that y'all caping and excusing her actions just because he cheated is utter bullshit. If the genders were reversed, y'all be dogging this dude. Leave. If they cheat, leave. So here's the thing: it's a double standard that trips me out with society right now, and with just period, man. Like women could do whatever. Like it could be something simple, something stupid to me, like interracial dating. Serena Williams marries a white man. Go ahead, queen, do your thing. Get your king. He got the money. Do it. A brother marries a white woman. Oh, sell out. They hate him. They go into like a whole big soliloquy just dogging this brother. So here we are right here when violence is happened. So like, this woman found out her husband cheated. He's a piece of shit for cheating. Don't get me wrong. He's a piece of shit. But leave. Take your stuff and your dignity and leave. You don't have the right to attack him.
Rodney, not to cut you off.
Listen.
Not to cut you off, brother, man.
He gonna see you outside.
Let me play devil's advocate real quick. Because you keep calling him a piece of shit because he cheated. We don't know the circumstances of what he cheated for. We don't know if she did something or wasn't doing something, or however it was that drove him to go cheat. Because some of us as men don't just go out there and seeking to cheat. You know what I'm saying? This could have been this guy's first time. So I'm gonna go on the ledge and say, I agree with you on, it should be some punishment for her because, for her to do this.
Jail. She deserves jail.
Because she could have been cheating her whole time, and then now she finally just got cheated on for the first time, and now she went crazy because he finally felt like, you know what? Hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Can I be honest?
He should have
been honest.
Can
I be honest?
Sure. Hey, this is Str8 podcast. Talk your talk.
So I'm sitting up here saying that he's a piece of shit, trying to be politically correct. But I kind of went through what he went through in my last relationship. My last relationship, I had a fiance that cheated on me multiple times, probably like 13 times, bro. Sure. Different dudes. I never had proof, but now in the future, I know like she was cheating. Right, plain and simple. I got stabbed when I said I wanted to leave. I'm tired of you. I'm leaving this, and I hadn't cheated yet. I got stabbed in my hand and in my shoulder. It was something I had to realize amongst myself, like, why did I stay there? I went back with the girl, and then I cheated. What really wasn't cheating. After 13 times being cheated on, that's not cheating. That's you not realizing that the relationship is over and you just trying to do your own thing. The minute she found out I cheated, she tried to ruin me financially. Everybody came to her aid. Everybody came to her side. Everybody said I wasn't shit. I wasn't this. She took my furniture, everything I own. And this girl cheated on me 13 times. So trust me, I believe what you're saying. You don't know what brought this brother to cheat. This one probably cheated him multiple. This one probably cheated on him multiple times.
I'm gonna say
she probably did.
How I believe in life and like relationships. It's one of these situations you born by yourself and you're gonna go by yourself. So to be with somebody is not a need, it's a want. So you can choose. All of it's a choice. So if okay, it's everything's a learning experience. So if the situation is bad, you still have the option to leave out, regardless of the fact. Most time people stay in relationships because they don't want to start over. You can love a person across the street.
They don't want to
That's
start
right,
over.
bro.
They used to the situation, and not even just used to the situation. I'm trying to think of a word for it. They're content.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I see Poindexter is in here. Poindexter, hey man, patch you in onto the panel. But I'm gonna go ahead and speak on what Poindexter is saying. He's saying experience is one of the best teachers, second to learn from the mistake of others. This Me Too movement and cancel culture has things twisted. If he's the POS, wouldn't that make her the fly? Okay, I don't know. I guess I'm lost on the POS and the fly. So
POS piece of shit. So if he's the piece of shit, she must be the fly. She must like the shit.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Words from Poindexter. That's my
Learn something new every day.
On in. Okay, Giles and
Hey, look at your screen. Look at your screen, Cool Whip. Look at your screen. Look at your screen. Look at his injuries.
I seen them injuries, man. I seen them boys on his back that's ready to pop. Trust me. I don't need to pop it back up on the screen.
But
now, look at these comments. Look at these comments.
Another question is she just? I'm gonna say like he probably knew she was crazy. I'm gonna say, especially dealing with her for years, you gonna know. So at some point in time, I'm not gonna I'm not condoning what she did, but I can say she gave every indication that he needed to leave her alone way before it got to this point.
And that's possibly true. But okay, so we got Precious. She said, we got a young lady on here. She said, yes, these stipulationships be something else, shaking my head, which they do. I mean, so the word that I done learned nowadays is narcissistic. And I never knew exactly what that was for the longest, but
so many of
that going on where one of the people always feel like they're in the right, but they all the way 100% wrong.
Gaslight.
But they're gonna make you feel like you're wrong.
Yep.
And they're right, knowing that they was wrong the whole goddamn time. That's some twisted ass shit.
But you say, how you mad at me because you did something to me? Like it's been going. The thing about it is, like, I've been seeing that going up, like, on a lot of social media about narcissists. Like, I guess it's now people opening their eyes and seeing it, and they done got it to the right where you can't ignore it no more.
Hey, fellas, can I chime in for a second?
Yes, sir.
Look at these comments. Look at these comments on this. So I'm gonna show you his injuries again. See the injuries. Look at these comments. First person said he lucky ain't dead. Don't cheat. This is automatically jump to a conclusion. Look at the next one. This girl says, "Don't cheat." LOL. Lesson learned. Look at this next person comment. That queen did nothing wrong. Tell me this ain't no double standard type shit. So remember that brother here in Milwaukee that found out his girl was cheating and he went live and he killed her. It was like out by Brown Deer. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
And everybody say he was a crazy, insane. He was for what he did. Don't get me wrong. But nobody said, yeah, she shouldn't have cheated. She shouldn't have done what she done. That's why that happened. Nobody said that because everybody jumped on the dude.
Yeah.
We even go into the whole Chris Brown Rihanna situation. No one knew that before Chris Brown tapped her, which I don't believe he hit the woman. I don't do that. But she was punching that. She was punching that dude in his face and hitting him because she went through his phone and found out that he had cheated. And she was attacking him while he was driving.
She took his keys to, I think they were driving like a Ferrari or something like that, and threw him into this field. It was all type of shit. Yeah.
You can't dance.
Oh, yeah, he like that shit. You come in.
But who was the one? But who was the one that caught all the flack?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is still all that still didn't. We missing a good one. Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh shit.
That lady went sold to. What happened?
Cut his ding-a-ling off. Yo, what's happening? I lost something. What's happening? I lost all sound.
Master Jerry Springer has passed away at the age of 79.
We know a few months ago he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and he passed away early this morning at home in Chicago, surrounded by his loved ones.
And now fans are remembering his vast career, which started as mayor of Cincinnati and then transformed the world of television with the Jerry Springer Show.
I'm back, guys. You guys hear me? I lost complete audio.
What's that?
I think I'm doing it.
What's that? He just left out.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
What about? Okay, I got Poindexter coming in now. Let me see if he can.
Couldn't hear you. He couldn't
Okay.
hear you, so he logged back out.
Yep. Can you hear us now?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. All right. We're gonna wait till you come back in there.
Yeah,
Here it comes. Here it comes.
So I want to say,
Sorry for that.
Precious said he definitely knew she was 3 cans short of a 4-pack LMF.
Damn, she was just a 4-pack? I didn't even drink beer, but like,
We want to
Three
welcome
cans
one of
short?
our
God damn.
panelists, Poindexter. Well, that's my name for him. His name Lionel, but I call him
okay,
Poindexter
hold on.
to the panel.
We're not gonna be calling people names that you just making up. Like, what do you know?
We was about to call people Kumite and all types of
Kumite
shit.
and
It's up to you.
You know, Poindexter, his name could be Rick or something.
God damn.
Next time I change it before I go in the room. They give you an option to change it.
I'm back, guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. Yep.
All right. Can you hear us now?
Yes, everybody now. Yep. I had to log out.
It's gonna step in. We didn't start doing this until we said we was gonna talk about Jerry.
Yeah.
Right there.
Somehow I wasn't meaning to match with the blue though.
Kun Kai. We have, what does your name mean? Precious is asking that question to you.
Kumkani. Kumkani is South African Xhosa. He said Xhosa is the language. It stands for king. You got it, King Kumkani. So it means king.
So
You got it.
That's what's
I'm
up.
gonna try to talk about Jerry, or we're gonna bag up off of it because the women keep
Talk about Jerry.
The topic that we on is, once again, to me, Ben Carson way better than Jerry. I mean, that was it. What else you gonna talk about Jerry?
that he was mayor.
Nah, you got to really just talk about how he kind of affected the
Other talk shows.
90s era. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. You like what other talk show did you have where they was actually selling the excerpts from too hot for TV and all? Like, dude just really turned daytime talk into a pop culture.
Yeah, he did. He was the first one to do what everybody else is doing on internet. He just did it on live TV.
Exactly.
Even when you was by yourself when that show came on, you ain't finna tell me you didn't start rooting Jerry. Like Arsenio.
Exactly. Yes, that's really it's about showing, paying homage and showing respect to somebody that.
Well, you know how he got there, though. Originally he was doing a show that was a regular talk show trying to copy off of Oprah. Remember? And it was boring.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't doing well. And I think he invited like some hostile guests. I think he invited some KKK and some black guys, and a fight happened. And
I thought that was
Gerardo did it too.
Gerardo did it too.
Gerardo did it too. But he copied.
Jerry did it too.
He copied and he had a fight. And that was his most televised popular show. He was like, "Oh, I got something here."
But the conversation you guys were having, the conversation that you guys were having about the domestic violence with the Chris Brown.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that somehow Jerry Springer's show kind of played into that, like the now culture? Because a lot of his shows talked about cheating,
Ooh.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
That's a good thought.
That's a good thought.
I think so, man, because a lot of stuff nowadays.
So I would say he was the first basketball one.
He was a
Basketball one
pioneer.
used to go to his show to get the aggressions and stuff off. The hip hop Atlanta and all that.
And you got to remember how TV was back then. Like, it was a lot of stuff you couldn't say or do. And he was breaking rules. Like, him and the Simpsons, like, they pissed a lot of people off.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Simpsons. They gave us the Tracy Ullman show.
Well, Tracy Ullman gave you the Simpsons show.
Oh, yeah, they gave us Simpsons.
Yeah.
Television or drawings.
That was her biggest contribution to society.
I
ain't gonna say it, man, because her show was good, but she had the Simpsons as a little like side clip on there.
Yeah,
and that little cartoon Simpsons blew bigger than her.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
it definitely did. Simpsons still right now to this day is still on the air and still predicting shit that's gonna happen in 20
It's 30-something. I think it's 30-something years.
The thing about it is with the Simpsons, what scared me is, like you said, they be so right on. Like, come on now, how the fuck did you know that? Like, how did you know Trump was actually gonna make president? Like, and you told me this when I was like 19 or something. It's just, I don't know.
Well, that can kind of mean that a lot of those things shape our culture.
Okay.
So if you have a post on what makes people tick, a lot of times that could be kind of like law.
So are you saying they pushed it into that direction?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll take that.
Because remember, like back in the 90s, Donald Trump was big in the hip hop culture.
I couldn't stand Donald Trump back then.
Me either.
No, because you know why? Now, I was in Whitewater. I was going to college in Whitewater. And I remember the Central Park 5 when it happened.
Yep.
And this dude, well, maybe not like him, is that I remember when this happened like yesterday. He took out the article lambasting these black kids, and they all need to go to prison and get the death penalty, whatever. Mm-hmm. And at the time they were just accused. And a lot of stuff that they got exonerated for, like there was no proof that they were actually there. Mm-hmm. All that stuff the media was still putting out there, like these may not be the people that did it.
Oh, you talking
Trump took it upon himself to make sure that they were the ones that did it, because he took out that article and said, yeah, they did it and they deserved the death penalty. What will make them do that other than the fact of the color of their skin?
Of course. Because
You
he
know,
said
so
that
I
in
was
New
like,
York,
I don't like that dude. And he
took
said
it
a lot
out
of borderline racist stuff. And I had family in New York during the time, and his properties and stuff, the racist stuff he was doing out there, man, that dude,
a lot
I
of
couldn't
people didn't
stand him in the
know.
90s.
But Rod, a lot of people didn't understand like the reason why we should never have been praising this guy, talking about Trump tight and all the stuff like that. You know, he's always, him and his father and them have always had a history of racism.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They had lawsuits back in the 70s that were denying black and brown people living in their properties and all that. Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
Central Park 5, you took out the editorial in the New York Times. The New York Times is a nationally like publicated, you know what I'm saying, newspaper. And he took out the editorial, paid for it himself, condemning these black dudes that did not even do it. You know what I'm saying? The detectives railroaded the boys. They first of all, they broke the law in the way that they was interrogating them boys.
Mm-hmm.
Can't talk to were they minors?
Yeah, they were
You
minors.
can't talk to a minor unless they're
And they
adults,
wouldn't allow their parents to be in the room with them.
You can't talk to a minor unless they're adults present.
Yeah. So that was my thing. I didn't understand why no one condemned them for what they did. Then after they were exonerated, a lot of them couldn't even still get jobs. They still was known as the Central Park Five.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I guess that's a title that's put on people of color and black people. Like you can just be accused, but you're already found guilty. I mean, what's that saying? Guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah. Black people was the ones who, white people was the ones who made that for black people. I mean, it's been that for a very long time when it's all said and done, that we was always guilty until we was proven innocent.
Because if you look at
we
things
was
like
never
that,
innocent until we was proven guilty. I only had
like,
one lawyer out of all the times I ever been to court. I only had one lawyer, one, that told me flat out, man, if you're not guilty, you're not going to plead guilty. I refuse to have you plead guilty if you're not guilty. You know what I'm saying? His name was I want to say David Luck. You know, and it was a case that literally I didn't have nothing to do with, nowhere near guilty, none of that. You know, but guilty by association,
You know
per se.
They didn't care, man.
No.
We can talk about this society, man. The whole law enforcement is really the continuation of slavery.
Exactly.
They don't care if you are innocent or not. If they can get you convicted for a crime, they got you into the slave system. When you're in prison, you're working.
Oh
You're
yeah.
not just in prison, 3 hours a cot. You're working for free.
Exactly.
Free labor, free prison labor.
Listen, when I was locked
Modern day
up,
slavery.
when I was locked up, they had me working in the kitchen. They had me working in the laundry. They had me SSIing where I'm just like going through hallways, sweeping for free. So it was like, and another thing that was messed up, like you said, with how they do people. You know, I stayed. One of the reasons I stayed as long as I did was because my record didn't say I was coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So since I was the one first time felon, not hopping back and forth into prison, they kept me longer because of they was making more money me being in there than what I pay out for parole.
It's big business. It's big business, man.
One of the biggest.
Private prisons, man. They're owned by private people. And they got to make money. They got to make a profit. They got a quota. So that's why black people are the most over policed and the most highly incarcerated. You know, they
But we
show
the
you
most
on the
copied
news.
too, though. Like people, like I said, we the most copied. Like
Yeah,
other races copy us so bad, but how do you copy us and hate us at the same time?
because we give
Because they
away a
want to
lot of
be.
our ideas for free, though,
Exactly.
and a lot of copyrights and
speak on it.
patents we don't own.
Talk about it, man. Talk about like what happened, like in like the with the light bulb and with the blood plasma. You speaking on those things, you know.
With the
Charles
automobile.
Lewis Latimer, Latimer, excuse me, who made the light bulb. Him being a slave, he couldn't get a patent. Thomas Edison could get a patent, so he's credited as the guy that created the light bulb. No, he didn't.
Nope.
Lewis Latimer created the light bulb, the black man.
Hey,
Yep.
man, you know what's funny about this conversation? You remember when I sent the thing about like the Indians had slaves too,
Mm-hmm.
and we was gonna make a whole topic of it, and we end up hitting it right now.
Yep.
Like they had us as slaves too.
You know, I'm gonna blow your cap even more.
We went from folks cheating into modern day slavery.
Yeah, you know, we never stay. We never.
Black folks, we talking, man.
We're
That's what
talking about
happened.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, we
here.
don't stay on topic anyway. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
Straight from us podcast, y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe.
Hey, thank you. I'm glad that y'all finally saying it because I've been saying this since day one. But everybody's like, no, man, we gotta do this. We gotta do that. I'm like, okay. We see how that shit gonna pan out.
Like,
We sorry.
subscribe.
We're sorry, Charlie Murphy. We're having too much fun.
I'm having too much fun.
Sorry, I was having fun.
Yeah, but
with that being
people owning
said,
slaves though, that worked out many different ways. Because you had people who were free or indentured slaves buying slaves so they wouldn't be slaves to other people. And you see how the indigenous or the Indian people embrace black people and likewise to keep them from being owned by white people or people who would do them harm. So it kind of has like a double-edged sword type feel to it.
Yep.
You know what else? This is gonna blow your cap. There were black people that were already indigenous to this country too, as well.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That were considered Native American.
Yep.
They weren't brought on no ship. They're already here. We are indigenous everywhere.
I'm gonna find Cool Whip truck and take it.
Right.
Like,
The
just
thing
find it.
about our DNA, and our melanin,
Bro, you saying that wrong.
the thing about our DNA and our melanin, we can exist everywhere on this planet except for a cold climate.
Oh, yeah.
So we didn't exist in the Caucasus Mountains, but we exist everywhere else.
But I believe that we, at one point in time, we did exist, and that's the reason why we were able to evolve up there. And I think that's what brung upon the white man. I think it was the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we had to develop, you know, the smaller noses, the smaller lips, you know what I'm saying, the more hair, because we as black people, it's cold. So therefore we had to evolve. But the same way when it came down, I think when we went to Asia, that's what the Asians were like. We were the original man. And so we were the explorers. We were the hunters, the gatherers at first. You know what I'm saying? So I really kind of think that that's what we end up evolving. That's the reason why you have so many different races. But all of those races come from us. You see what I'm saying? I believe that's the reason why we're so hated. We're hated because you came from us. you can't, and you can't be this cool. That's another thing. Like, damn, like, why can't I run? Why can't I jump? Why can't I do this? These motherfuckers is good at everything.
When you just said that, I remember I was watching Netflix. This Asian man, he said, black people got the swag. Yes. He was like, we took our own racial word and made it cool.
Yes. No, think about it though. So I'm sorry about this, y'all. You know, I know I'm in the the background stuff like that, but I'm just bringing myself up. But listen to this, and this is, you know what I'm saying. Think about it. During slavery, we taught ourselves how to read. How in the fuck?
Correction. We tell ourselves how to read their language. We know how to read, which is not read.
Yeah, we already did. But I'm saying though, so think about it. Like, you've never seen syllables, but yet you still found out how to be able to do this. You know, we're brilliant.
But that's like the translation from their of our language from their language, because the first languages came from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And the story that you was talking about is how we adapt from different climates. That's kind of like touching on the story of Yaqub and how he created the white people from the black people.
So I'm gonna take this moment real quick just to jump in and do a commercial break. I supposed to do this at the beginning, but I'm gonna do it now because we're gonna be doing it at the end. We're supposed to make all of our opening and bring all of our commercials at the beginning and at the end. So since we're talking about our people, this is what the Milwaukee biker community is doing on May 7th. Wrong one, sir. That's the bike ride right there. I appreciate that. That's the bike ride. So with this one being up, May 7th, we did 3,000 bikes to Madison because a young lady lost her life on a motorcycle riding down Atkinson. No, up Atkinson. She was riding up Atkinson, and the guy came across the street and struck her motorcycle.
What was her name?
Her name was Vinicia. You remember Vinicia? We was talking about it, right? Her name was Vinicia, Miss Feisty.
Goodness, I know.
Miss Feisty. So on May 7th, we will be paying homage to Miss Feisty because her mother made it her point, and she does not ride motorcycles, but due to the fact that her daughter got killed on a motorcycle, she made it her point to go to Madison to walk and pound the pavement and get signatures. So us riders can have a month where people should be looking out, and it shouldn't even just really be a month, but I'm only talking because I'm a biker. But the month of May is the time that most people are not used to seeing bikes. Now all of a sudden all the bikes is coming out because we have the good days. So the month of May is officially Biker Awareness Month. So what the biker community decided to do was give back to our community. So on May 7th, we're gonna ride, and we're gonna ride through the city so everybody can see, and a substantial amount of bikes out here riding, so everybody can be aware and start looking out for motorcyclists. We will be riding to McGovern Park. We're at McGovern Park from 12 to 4 p.m. We will be giving out free food to all the kids, to even to adults, because when we started, we was at Johnson Park. It was for the homeless. We gave out clothes, we gave out hygiene products, all that stuff. So just bring your kids on out to the park, free food, bounce houses, stuff to that nature.
Shout
I'm
out.
gonna give my apologies right away. I'm gonna be in Washington D.C. during that time. So
Yeah, that one I texted to you.
Shout out to Whit with that. But it just, when he said that, it reminded me of a joke of like how black people won't give you food, but they'll give you something to wash your ass.
Hey, you know what? Hey, that's fine. We gave both. We gave both. We gave our hygiene products, we gave our clothes, and we gave our food. Because, like, honestly, man, there's a lot of kids out here, man, that go hungry that might not eat that day. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So my thing is, it's heavy on me, and I'm happy. I'm happy, more than happy, to buy, a case of dogs, a case of burgers, and give it to these kids because these kids gonna be appreciative. There's a lot of kids that ain't appreciative at all. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes my kids be making me look at them like, man, you ate 4 bowls of cereal, man. Like, come on, man. What about tomorrow?
Whatever happened to the park? You remember back in the day, you used to go get that bag lunch, like from the parks, like Columbus and all that.
And there was kids that was looking forward to them bag lunches.
Right,
That's why we took it back to the parks, because these kids will be playing in these parks and stuff. So we want to feed these kids and see in these parks. Because like I said, half of these kids got to go to the park and go play because their parents don't want them in the house. So get out the house, go to the park. When we was kids, we went to the park on our own. You know what I'm saying?
It was a punishment if I couldn't go outside. My feelings was hurt. Like, you got a choice. You can take this ass with me or go outside. Well, I'm going to take this ass with me. But I most definitely want to be out in these streets.
So let's segue to Jamie Foxx, man.
Jamie in living color.
So the thing about Jamie Foxx is this, man. It's a lot of hype around Jamie Foxx and what happened. And right now, a lot of it really is stemming towards P. Diddy. That P. Diddy is really taking people out in the game right now. They saying P. Diddy, like everybody that found a bad boy wound up dead. Heavy D. The only one that did not wind up dead was
Mace.
Huh?
Mace.
No.
Sean.
Hold on. We're not talking about his artists.
Oh.
We're talking about the ones who helped create Def Jam, which a lot of people don't understand.
Bad boy.
People, Bad Boy, my bad. It was more people that helped create Bad Boy. And a lot of the originals, like it's Heavy D and damn, I can't think of old boy name, man. It's
Craig
on
Mack.
my tongue.
Craig Mack was there.
Not Craig Mack was gonna kill Diddy. It's another dude, but no, we ain't talking about artists. Once again, we're not talking about the artists. We talking about the ones
he's bad
who
with name.
came together.
His name is not Diddy. It's Love.
Oh yeah, he love now.
He's Love.
But a lot of the people that helped create Bad Boy wound up dying for some odd reason. They wound up dying. There's only one that did not, as far as I know of, did not die. It was an artist It was an artist, but I can't think of the name right now offhand. It was light skinned dude. I can't think of his name, man. But it
You
was
got a song?
huh?
I said a song.
I can't even think of his song right now.
You talking about Lil Shine?
No, not Little Shine. No. See, once again, y'all got to think back in Heavy D era. Heavy D.
Special Ed?
Back then, nope, not Special Ed either. Special Ed didn't have no hands on creating Big Boy. It was Heavy D. It was L.B. Short.
Okay.
I'll be sure wasn't on no Bad Boy.
He wasn't on. Once again, I'm not speaking on who was on Bad Boy. I'm talking
Okay.
about
I see the correlation because
record label
he
Bad
ended up
Boy.
going with I'll Be Sure Baby Mama.
It was not just Diddy. It's two
Okay.
other people that's from that era.
I think what you're talking about is so it used to be called Tommy Boy, and Tommy Boy, Diddy was a A&R for Tommy Boy,
and he gave it like
yeah, he was basically signing a lot of them people, and then what ended up happening was they fired him, and so that's when he brought up Bad Boy.
Yeah,
but the I'll Be Sure thing was because he ended up meeting I'll Be Sure Mama at Tommy Boy, and that ended up being Kim Porter, which is the one he ended up having the twins.
Where he took his son, right?
And and he also took I'll Be Sure son.
Once again, that's all correct. But once again, it was Heavy D. These other two dudes that's not they're in the record business, but they're up there, but they behind the scenes. So I can't think of their two names. They died too. So if you look up anything about Diddy, it's a chick that just put him on blast for orders. Said if you look at anybody that was close to Diddy and helped create Bad Boy, all of them is dead except for Diddy.
Well, and Kim Porter's dead now too.
So there you go.
So
and now, so with Jamie Foxx did say that he videotaped a couple of Diddy parties, and so they're trying to say Diddy somehow, some way, because Kanye said they're gonna slip you this drug, and we all know when we look at drugs and stuff being slipped to people, should not let you know the best way to get somebody AIDS is the best way to kill somebody is put AIDS in a needle and stick them with it.
That's
Slow
true.
AIDS.
but he had
Just leave me alone. Like damn, we ain't got to talk no more. Like damn.
but this is what
AIDS don't kill nobody no more nowadays.
No, because they got little things. But this is what they said that happened to Jamie Foxx. They basically said he had a stroke. Not saying that drugs couldn't do it, to you, but yeah.
Drugs can make it.
But I'm playing devil's advocate, man. Stroke is possible because I know some friends of mine in my age group in the 50s who've had strokes just randomly, and they were like the bill of health.
Yeah. The strokes can happen for a lot of different reasons. You can be stressing out. There's a couple of different things, but you can have some drug administered to you in a certain type of way that can make you stroke out also.
True. I'm not saying
that's what happened because I don't want Diddy to come after me. I'm just saying.
Love, man. The man name is Love.
But still,
he went down to the courthouse and got his name changed.
Precious said you can't speak. You can't speak negative on Puff. Shaking my head. Hey, look.
Take that.
Hey, he was a joker for Halloween.
You gonna wind up missing, bro.
Man, he was a joker for Halloween for a reason, and on top of that, he got into it. Who did he get into it with on Halloween? I forgot who he got into it with.
This man has he has, how big is that bed in his yard where they hit flips on his phone?
I don't know.
Like this man got so much money, he just do what the hell he want to do.
Excuse me, guys.
That's money.
Hey, when you the gatekeeper, shit comes with perks and benefits.
Allegedly.
Got
to put the quotations up there.
Allegedly.
That's what Cat Williams was talking about too. Those parties.
Yeah.
Oh man, Cat Williams. What's the other girl name? The one that's on the internet talking. They can't stop her. What's Jaguar?
What I'm talking about. That's the one who said all the people that helped start Bad Boy died. When that Bad Boy got big, when Bad Boy was getting big, all the people died.
Yeah, that's what Mace was talking about also. Mace was putting it on blast like that too.
Yeah, Mace was talking about too.
Insurance and stuff like that. Everybody that's dead can't give them receipts.
What about that rapper you had, Houston? Remember him? He was a
Yep.
singer. Houston. He put his eyeball out.
Yeah,
Yep.
Shine was gonna go in on it too when he got out.
No, but you know that Sean got deported.
Huh?
You
Yeah,
remember they deported Sean.
and now he the like the president of like Belize or some shit.
Yeah, because his people was on the UN and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
he was plugged anyway.
Mm-hmm.
When he decided to shoot up the club for Diddy, and that's when what was her name?
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez said she had to quit fucking with him.
Hey, and this was brought to you by
Straight from us.
Oh, there it is.
That's the
right
one you
there.
got, right?
That's the one that we was talking about right there in Montgomery Park, May 7th, 12 noon to 4 p.m. We're gonna have bounce houses, DJ out there, the whole 9 yards. Bring your kids on now, have a good time. Food on us. Food.
Yeah, I wish I was in town for that one, bro.
Candy, all that stuff on us.
Wish I could be in town for that one, bro.
Man, you know what? This COVID shut down the original second one and the third one. So now this is technically our third time back doing this. And man, the kids, I gotta say, I do it for the kids. There's a look on their face, and when they ask me, "Hey, are you doing this again? Gee, is this really for me? Thank you, I appreciate this." Like, man, these kids nowadays don't do that. These
Gee,
kids
Willikers,
nowadays, like,
man.
man, they tell you fuck you quick than a motherfucker. Hey, scrub boy. Hey, fuck boy, give me one of them hot dogs, man. Like, hold up, what you say? Hey, they say it's free, boy. Give me one, and this is how they talk to you.
Just remember, he wasn't talking to no Negro kids with that voice.
That is a whole nother conversation, man. We got to talk about this new generation, man.
Man,
Oh no, please no.
no.
We most definitely don't need to go back on that.
Y'all went on that already? I must have missed that one.
But we was touched on that in the introduction.
The introduction, we talked on the teacher fighting the student and was she justified. I look like she was justified. That was me.
Justified.
She was justified.
Mm-hmm.
You swing on me, you put yourself in an adult situation. So
that's right.
I got to
just stand there and take a lick.
I got to hold you until somebody else get there. But you gonna get that same lick you pass. I'm passing it back.
And then some.
You know, you owned it. So I gave it back.
Well, let's get to the Marvel part of the segment.
Yeah, let's get to this Marvel part of the segment. We have two on here.
Hold up. If you're not gonna say their names right, don't try. Let them introduce yourselves. Gentlemen.
Kumkandi Davis. I've been a fan of Marvel since I literally was 5 years old. So we talk about 1976. I had an older brother that worked at a grocery store that had all the comic books. He would bring them home, and I would read all the comic books that he had. And Marvel's the ones I attached to. I think one of the first ones I really got into, believe it or not, was Black Panther. I literally waited all my life to see that dude because prior to that, I was watching TV shows. We had DC characters like Batman had a TV show, the old campy 60s TV show. Remember that?
Yeah.
And Superman, that was always on TV. There was always a white person. And I remember my brother brought an issue of Black Panther home, and I assumed he was white. And when he took his mask off, man, literally, I remember this to this day, man. I think it was like in kindergarten. I was like, oh, he looks like me. He's black. And it blew my mind. And I was a fan right away. Now, of course, I became a fan of other characters like Wolverine. Iron Man was one of my favorites. Hulk, I'm a huge Hulk fan. And I would love to, let me start this thing off. Let's talk about a character.
Hold on. Before you talk about a character, let the other panel person introduce himself.
My bad.
I'm Lionel, also known as Poindexter. I've been a Marvel fan for umpteen years since I was small. And like the Silver Surfer is like one of my favorite characters in Marvel.
Love it.
Start off with the Black Falcon, even some of the movies that were adapted as far as like Shaq Steel, as far as being Superman. I've even been around for the Marvel DC mashup. And just
we gotta bring up when Muhammad Ali beat up Superman.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
But
one of the
that's a
crossover
little bit
issues.
before my time, but I do remember that.
So with that being said, if anybody on here is a Marvel head, this is the time to chime in. I'm looking at the comments. Please go ahead and give your comments and everything else. And please give your comments and everything else. And I'm going to read them off to these two because you have the old head and you have the new head that's on here that's going to give you everything that you need to know about Marvel, DC, the comic book, just everything in itself. So we got.
What up, bro?
I'm trying to figure out how I want y'all to go ahead and open this up. You know what I'm saying?
I would say the best
y'all
way
gave
to
y'all
do it.
favorite characters. Go ahead, man.
The best way to do it is let someone that don't read Marvel ask us questions.
Okay.
They have questions. I think that's the best way because, like, me and Poindexter, we know.
We got a few in here that I'm looking at right now on live because we've been working the streaming thing, trying to figure out. It's supposed to go live on like a couple different places. So I don't know how many views we really got to how many views we don't really have. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna let y'all two kick it off because both y'all are the experts.
How many? Okay. How many people can whoop Galactus ass?
You know, I like to talk about the origin of Galactus. Do you guys know who Galactus was originally?
No.
So he was just a regular human being in the original multiverse before. So the multiverse is always being destroyed and recreated over time. And Galactus was a regular human being in the previous multiverse. And the multiverse has a personality. It has a conscience. And when it's about to be destroyed, it wanted to survive. It reached out to this being that also didn't want to die, and they made a pact to see if they could survive into the next universe. And they made that contract, and this being emerged in a new multiverse as Galactus with the power of the previous multiverse. So that's why he could do so much stuff. And
stuff like that.
Huh?
Like, so he got the power to make Silver Surfers, right?
He got the power to do a lot of stuff.
Celestial power. His power's on the almost the level of a celestial.
Yep.
And the Galactus that you see, Galactus has many different sizes. And he has like a planetary size, and he also has like a miniature size.
Yep.
So if you ever see the movie Eternals, he was one of the Eternals that has given him power to become Galactus, to become heralds and things like that.
Mm-hmm. We talk about Airsham.
If you had Marvel and DC, you got Marvel on one side, DC on the other side.
All right, you got it, bro.
Which one of y'all are y'all going with? And we're gonna start with the oldest person first. Who are you going with and why?
I'm gonna ride with Marvel only because I'm like, it's all subjective, man. To be honest with you, I'm like, these are made up characters. You can make anybody win if you want to. I'm like, for every powered being that is like omnipotent and has all this superpower, there's a counterpart for them on the other side. All right. There's a DC counterpart, there's a Marvel counterpart. So it's really up to the writer. The reason why I say Marvel, though, writing wise, is that when I was a child, reading DC,
yep, I got
DC was like the hero's always going to win. At least in the 70s and 80s, it was like the hero's always going to win.
And I'm going to patch you in.
There was no real, I guess, there was no real incidents where the hero may lose in DC, and that was boring to me. In Marvel,
so hard.
Okay, so we got to go to Poindexter real quick because I'm getting a bump over here. I think this pastor is trying to.
Well, let me say one last thing. I'm just saying one last thing. In Marvel, the reason why I like Marvel is that the hero would die sometimes. The hero didn't always win. That was real life, and that's why I liked it about Marvel. So that's all I was saying. I thought it was more grounded in reality.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but also with the thing, I'll go Marvel myself because if you ever look at the distinction between Marvel and DC, Marvel is more human mutations, as opposed to DC is more aliens. If you ever feel like that, or if you ever see that. and there aren't too many people in the DC universe that could watch Marvel. I mean, Marvel's more world breaking, and DC's more, I guess, more planetary. If that makes sense.
I guess
But
that
they
makes
have
sense.
characters though on that level in Marvel. You know, like Blue Marvel, Hyperion, Gladiator, Silver Surfer, the Beyonders. They have an equivalent. They just don't talk. DC puts those universal destroying people in the forefront. Was Marvel put those universal destroying people in the back front and focus on the more human ones.
Right. Give me 1 second, man. I'm getting bumped. Like we got somebody trying to kick in, man. This person always come when the hell he want to come, do what he want to do, when he want to do. Everybody, give it up for the pastor right here, man. Give it up for the pastor.
That's a lot good.
Where your hands at, dude?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, Jay's supposed to be doing applause for the pastor. Pastor is coming in, y'all. Let's hear it for the pastor. Pastor, where you at, man? Right. Where's he at?
You know, trying to be on
We
17th
did
and
all this
Tatooine.
here. Can't do it twice.
The only man who tried to put a church on 17th and Tatooine.
Yeah.
Hey, well, while we wait on the pastor, Poindexter, me and you gotta link up, bro.
Almost definitely.
Pastor, he's having technical
I guess
difficulties.
it's some technical difficulties. Pastor
I
trying
think
to come in. He
sipping.
kept trying to come in, but I guess,
The pastor be sipping on the community wine.
He gotta take his mute off. He's on mute. Somebody unmute him.
Oh, he just went out.
He was on mute, Jeff.
You gotta unmute him.
He just
He just
spot
went
it.
off, but he was
Click
on
the
mute.
link one more time, bro.
Sorry for you on my phone. I got some DoorDash coming.
Poindexter,
Yeah, Poindexter put this up.
Poindexter, the one who know all the snacks, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I got some come to y'all probably in a couple days
Okay.
that you guys can try out.
We definitely gonna bring you on to do the snack of the week, man.
Because I know recently they have was that a spicy mustard and a tangy ketchup Dorito.
From where?
Hold on. What did you just have last week? What did you have last week?
I don't know. That sounds like the
Dang, I had a few. I had the Hostess coffees. They had like the Ding Dong
Yeah, that's
coffee.
what you had. The Hostess coffee. You had the Twix and the Twinkie coffee.
Yeah, I have also the Snickers.
Click the link one more time because he was on mute.
Jay, you want the microphone?
You know, I think with this Marvel thing, it'd be good to talk about series. Who saw WandaVision?
I didn't watch
I
it.
didn't watch. You gotta click that link back
I
on.
watched that.
Because you.
All right, so let me start from the top. So, Cool Whip, did you see WandaVision? Cool Whip, did you see WandaVision?
Yes, I did, sir. I did see WandaVision.
All right, and what did you think of it?
I was stoned by it, man. I was stoned because they took her. Yeah, you still on it, man. You still on it. I was stoned by it because when it's all said and done, it was. I guess they was trying to explain the multiverses because it was the bad, which technically she wasn't bad. She was just trying to get to her kids, I'm guessing. But I was stoned. I ain't gonna lie, I was stoned.
Did you watch the entire series?
I watched the movie. Oh, you know
he's talking about.
No. You talking about Doctor Strange?
Talking about Disney Plus.
No, I did not.
That's
I'm
what
talking
Disney
about the
Plus
WandaVision
was.
series, but it was like a TV show.
Say something. Sorry.
Yeah, Disney Plus got me on Loki.
You hear?
What about you, Easy?
Very low.
Easy, right? I'm sorry.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. I hear the pastor trying to kick in, man.
Come on in, Pastor.
What we doing here?
What is he doing? I can't
We can hear you a little bit, Pastor.
Technical difficulty.
We do the trial, Pastor. What's going on?
Wait right now.
Huh?
Wait, let me make sure we okay. Yeah, we good.
We can hear you, Pastor.
Amen, brother. You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
hear you, Pastor.
You hear me now?
Keep loud and clear.
All right. But no, listen. If we're gonna begin, we got to begin right now. Amazing grace. Hallelujah. Amen. Now. Amen.
Amen.
Man, hallelujah in church.
Hallelujah.
Amen. I'm here. And God bless you to you with. And to the man with the hat on, please go to bed because you know you got to school tomorrow. I heard what you were saying, Papa. And I really appreciate you doing it. And it reminded me of something that the Lord once said to me. I appreciate what you're saying. Let me just put this on you. You know? I would like to read a chapter that will reflect the answer to what you're saying. All right?
Okay. Go ahead.
I know. This is like bottom kings. I'll talk about things, you know, but it was so heavy on my heart. And I feel like this might help your listeners. Okay. The Lord told me to say this to your listeners.
Wow.
All right? Now I'll make it quick. I got to make it quick. Now, listen, everyone, if you could turn with me to Leviticus 13:5-47 -1. Listen up. And the reason I'm like, now if you listen to me, I'm gonna tell you now. Now this is what it says. It says, yes, I got you fired from your job. Because you owe me some money and you was taking trips and buying stuff like you didn't owe me none. And yay, though I walked through the hallway on the way to human resources to tell them you've been smoking weed in the parking lot.
What is
I
happening?
fear no hater. Because you are with me. I have a gun. And these niggas can kiss my butt. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, Pastor. Hallelujah, Pastor.
Listen now, before you respond, I'm gonna take a moment. I'm listening up. Baby, put it on mute. So Sister Johnson gonna put this on mute so I can listen to what y'all think about what this means to y'all and what Lord had to say. All right? Now, let me hear now. Sister Johnson, put this on mute. All right. All right, yeah, Sister Johnson. Yeah, that's what I like.
Pastor.
What? Listen.
We can hear you.
You mashed the button. Did you mash the button? Did you mash the goddamn button? Sister Johnson, listen.
What is happening?
I know you thought, listen. I apologize for that there, but listen, I know what you thought that was. That was not that. I am in prayer circle with a member of the congregation. And it's because of me that their marriage is working out. All right. Just remember the Lord work in mysterious ways. All right?
All right.
I apologize for that. The mute button's supposed to be on. Press it on right now because I got something to say to y'all.
Pastor,
Y'all
you
here.
don't let nobody know your name, Pastor. What's your name?
Hold on one second. Hold on. It's without the interruptions. This is Pastor Lawrence Alfred Lovegood, the first from the Pentecostal Apostolic Nazarene Non-Denominational Church of God in Christ of Latter-day Saints on 18th and Titonia.
Oh, it's 18.
And we are always welcome. We are welcome to our doors is always open. Sister Johnson gonna be here. Hold my hand. We are ready to take new folk. But just remember Leviticus 13:24 minus 114. That don't never lose faith in the Bible. Never lose faith in the Bible. Okay? Never lose faith. Now, I got to get to prayer. Prayer practice.
We gonna try to make service probably on
Tell a young man that I couldn't hear. I'm sorry. I'm concentrating. Congregation singing. The choir is trying to talk to me. Hallelujah. Okay, I am. What'd you say?
All right, Pastor.
What'd you say now?
We'll talk to you later, Pastor.
Hold on, Pastor.
All right.
What's your thought? Do you pick Marvel or do you pick DC before you pick Pastor?
We got to finish talking on now. You got to finish. Oh, listen. Hallelujah in Tabernacle. Each and every one of y'all.
I think that was it.
That was Pastor
Hallelujah in Tabernacle.
From 18th and Titonia. I don't know who he picked, if he picked Marvel or DC, but
I don't think he got to that part.
I think he was having something going on with the choir. So with that being said,
please don't cancel us.
Right.
Please, let's go a little longer.
Levitical. He said Levitical.
You gotta carry a phone, and I think minus the 12. Minus one.
I feel like I was hostage right there. What was happening, man? I feel like I was being held hostage. I was like, am I being pranked? Am I being punked? What's going on here?
Man, hey, look. So for those that don't,
I was like, what is happening?
Hold on. For those that don't know, this is the Straight From Us podcast where the pastor just comes through and does what he do when he chooses to do what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying it like that for a reason, because if you just heard the pastor, you understand where I'm coming from.
Prime ain't no goddamn rules around.
Welcome to the hole in the wall, everybody.
Oh, man.
I was
The
like, what
pastor
is happening?
is a frequent person that
Can I
comes
get
to the
caught up
hole
in
in
this?
the wall. So technically, you are at his spot. Unless you are at 18th and Titonia.
Please don't be on 18th and
That are
Titonia.
not from Milwaukee. 9 times out of 10, even if you're from Milwaukee, you don't know where 18th and Titonia is. I'm just saying.
No goddamn 18th and Titonia.
I lived in that area all my life, so
oh, man.
no such a thing.
Okay.
I feel like the best way to go back to the Marvel stuff, man, is like we pick out a character and we can just talk about that character.
All right, well, that can be done.
Go ahead.
I said pick out a character.
So I like to talk about. I like to start off with the Hulk, man.
A character. Me personally, I still want them to. Are they still bringing out Iron Lad?
I don't know, man. The way Marvel's going right now, the MCU, I don't know what they're doing, man. They kind of confused me with some of their directions right now, but I'm a trust the process and see what's happening.
Almost definitely, because I think a lot of it may be fillers also, but I think next week is Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's gonna be good. I hope.
Who is that killing? I've been seeing the previews. Who they killing off on there?
We don't know if they won't kill anybody off, but it's talking about the High Evolutionary, who was a character that used to, in the comic books, used to perform genetic mutations on life forms.
Okay.
And he's the guy that created Rocket. So I don't know. This movie, help me out, Poindexter. Is he coming after Rocket now? Come after his creation?
Yes.
What's up, Ro Theo? What's up, Ro? What's up, Sugar Book? How you doing, girl? Yes, I can't wait for that.
That
That's old man talk. We see
hey,
young girl. What's up, sweetness?
Sugar booger.
I think
That's what you
a
call
lot
me, though. What's up, sugar foot?
Sugar.
some-
I'm at that age where you see a young person, you gotta say that silly shit.
watch out now.
Watch out now.
Yeah, I'll be the uncle at the party with the liquor and doing the dance. So
Oh man, don't be the drunk uncle.
Reach
That's
down
right.
that barrel, give me the one from the bottom, one of them cold pops.
that's right.
I think it's from the bottom.
Part of my conversion band, young lady, get yourself a soda. Get yourself a soda.
I ain't put in nothing but offering everything.
That's right.
Let me holla, holla,
I
holla,
can't
holla.
wait either. I can't wait. I'm gonna be in DC, so I'm gonna try to see if I can go see it while I'm down there. So please don't spoil anything if I don't see it till I get back.
It's gonna be a lot of bombardment though, because you have Guardians of the Galaxy, and then you also have the Marvels.
Oh
And then
yeah.
you also have the Secret Wars.
Now, what do you think about that? The Marvels, man. I'm okay. So I wanted Monica Rambeau to have her own movie, but she's gonna be thrown into this movie. And those that did not see WandaVision are not gonna know why she has powers.
I think it's gonna be kind of like a filler
You think so?
until something big happens.
Because they're gonna see this black chick with a whole bunch of powers, and I know where she got them from.
He just showed up. Wow.
So Sugar Dean
Just pop out, but like, who is this chick? You know?
to see Guardians.
Oh, Guardians.
Rothea, what's happening, young lady? I see you've been chiming in. She said, "Where do you go for WandaVision?"
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, Dean said that too. Dean said Disney Plus. Yes, I can't wait for that. Hey, for those that don't know, that's my homegirl.
I would say to anybody watching WandaVision on Disney Plus, please make it to the end of episode 3. It's all gonna make sense.
Hello, Dolo. What's happening? We are talking about Marvel and DC right now.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they're coming out another What If also, but I'm not sure if it's this year or next year.
So do y'all think they're gonna drop another Loki, or are they gonna just leave it at what it was?
I think
everything's a hole right now because of
he made it back with the other variant took over.
I think they're going to just change the formula though, because I know they're already talking about a replacement for Jonathan Majors.
Really? See, that's a good topic. Let's talk about that. Jonathan Majors. You think they're going to replace him?
Why you think they didn't? Why? I know they paid homage to my boy Chadwick Boseman, but do y'all think they should have recast Black Panther so we can have a more longevity of Black Panther? Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
they should have been recast.
Yes.
Do you agree, Poindexter?
Yes, most definitely. Because I think I'm trying to think of the brother that I wanted cast. He makes a perfect T'Challa, and I think with the multiverse that they're doing, it could go anyway or anywhere, you know. And the Black Panther is not just a single person; it's just a mantle. And I think if enough people get together, be like, okay, this is what we want, they'll start making it how we want it.
Yeah, they got to recast T'Challa back. You know, one thing I like about Stan Lee is that he never made it. His back to the whole DC Marvel thing. DC made it about the superhero itself, where Stan Lee made it about the alter ego of the superhero. Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man was really all about Peter Parker. Peter Parker made Spider-Man. All right. Iron Man was really about Tony Stark and his struggles as Iron Man. Black Panther is always about T'Challa. Now, I know there have been other people that had the mantle, but T'Challa's been Black Panther since 1966. It's always came back full circle to him. Even when Shuri took it for that one time, he took it around his story. His story was that T'Challa had gotten to a coma, and when he was in a coma, someone took the mantle while he was in a coma, and that was Shuri. And when he came back, he got the mantle back. She's an Orisha right now, like a super powerful Orisha, like goddess being now. So T'Challa's got to be recast because there's 50 years worth of stories that the world would never know about. They don't recast that character.
But they going back now because I think they coming out with the movie about the original Black Panther.
Bashinga.
Bashinga. But that's the we do the Bashinga, Azari the Wise. Those are all flashbacks.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm doing, just so y'all know, and for anybody that's watching, I'm looking at the feed on over here, and I'm telling y'all what people saying, and I also got some coming in over here. So the first one I'm gonna say is this one over here because it was funny. Somebody sent me Meteor Man. I guess like, hey, what about Robert Townsend in tights?
So I want. Can I address that?
All the way.
Can I address that? The Robert Townsend.
Oh, Lord, please don't. Please.
Okay. So everybody always talks about when Black Panther was being marketed. They said the first black superhero. They weren't talking about the first black superhero on film. They're talking about the first black superhero ever created. So you want to go by the first black superhero on film, you could say it was Robert Townsend, you could say it was Blade, but created was T'Challa. He was created in 1966. Before him, there was no black superheroes before him. He was the first one. That's what they were saying. You know, he inspired any black superheroes after him.
Like, what was the Black Hawk Man or
talking about Falcon,
and
1969.
The one that got the what was his name? He got the fucked up serum that Captain America didn't get.
That's the Black Falcon. Well, that's the Falcon.
Falcon, yeah.
That gave him the super soldier serum. Or am I thinking that's DC?
I gotta break away from DoorDash.
Was in Marvel.
That's Marvel. All right.
Yeah.
That's Marvel.
Nick Jock Cage or something like that.
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
Oh, Luke Cage was DC, I believe, wasn't he?
No, Luke Cage is Marvel.
Oh, he is Marvel. Okay.
That guy
because they just had Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist.
Yeah, and Daredevil. All of them were just on Netflix. I was watching all of that. That was dope. I ain't gonna lie, them series on Netflix was dope.
I mean, if you look into like Marvel, I think Marvel has more diversity than DC. But DC is like one of the comic books that started it off.
So also said it just takes too long for DC to come out with anything. So most people is all pretty much Marvel. So
and DC is always depressing.
Yeah, when you look at it, I'm not gonna lie. When I went to go see the first DC movie besides from Batman, because the only thing everybody knows about DC is really Batman. Superman was first, and then it was Batman. But if you go look at them first Superman movies, you're going to know how bad TV really was. You see the strings hanging from them people when they're doing this. But when I seen the, what was that, Justice League?
Oh, that was fucked up.
Oh, that was garbage, man.
That's why old boy had
I went to go see
redo.
Thor after that. I went to go see Thor right after I seen Justice League. What was that, Thor Ragnarok? I think Thor Ragnarok and Justice League came out at the same time. And that was the most stupidest shit DC could have ever did, was come out when a Marvel movie was coming out. That's just my opinion.
You gotta see the one that that man redid. Like he redid that
Zack Snyder.
Yeah, Zack Snyder. Now that is cold. Like he did his thing with that one. He redid it. He even introduced Darkseid.
I think what Marvel does in the directors that Marvel uses though.
Flash is coming out.
Yeah.
Flash is coming out.
Yes. The directors that Marvel uses, they use more of a diverse group. Like you had Ryan Coogler shooting Black Panther, as opposed to DC, they stick to like one director and it's like one-sided.
Okay, I'm agreeing with y'all. I'm just not off camera cooking.
You always cooking.
Huh?
You always cooking.
So this thing is welcome to the panel. We're gonna call this segment welcome to the panel. Because we have the panel going on with our guest, which is, I'm gonna kill his name again. I'm not gonna even say it. Yeah. But you know, the king. We're gonna say the king, because that's what it is.
I'm gonna need somebody
and Poindexter.
Kumkai.
Kumite. So Kumite is the guest of the day. But we had a panel because Poindexter is our panelist with bringing us the top treats and snacks of the weird shit that comes out. And then we have.
Hey, what was that word, Poindexter? You had me hooked too.
Antioxidants.
Antioxidant.
But if you really look at it though, the parallels of Marvel and DC after Black Panther came out, one of the highest grossing DC movies for DC was Aquaman.
Aquaman. They said that bombed. They said that bombed in the box office though.
That was actually one of DC's highest grossing movies though.
That was the highest grossing film for DC though. That was a lit movie.
Because if you look at it, it parallels the Black Panther.
Okay.
Hey, you know she gonna say hi to her almost.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, it's we need with DC. I just feel it's just always grim. Somebody, mama and daddy gotta die, and the auntie just got thrown over the roof. It always rains in Gotham.
What it do? Welcome, loco.
But one thing about DC that I did love, it was with Batman, what it was called, No Man's Land.
What's up, Vic?
Oh, we got Chris Sims. We got another nerd on here. Chris, what's up, sir?
You're right, Chris. It was the best.
Which one?
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel was best live action.
That was the rawest Superman movie because I hate Superman, and I love that movie.
Chris, they sending you the link to come on over to the panel, sir.
For me, I think was it Superman 3? It might have been Superman 3. I think that's actually the best Superman movie.
No, you told the one when he fought that dude with the nuclear powers.
Which one was Richard Pryor in?
You talking
that was two.
That was trash.
Man,
when Lois Lane had died? Come on.
Because wasn't two the one where they introduced the dude with the sun powers?
That was 3.
Terrible.
That was 3?
Yeah, I said that's 3.
Terrible. He's like, what movie? Which one? It was terrible. That's what it was. It was terrible.
Because Marvel got a dude with sun powers too that they don't let loose. And they don't talk about.
What did I miss, man? I'm sorry to grab my food. I'm sorry to eat on y'all.
Hey, Rodney, you good. You ain't missing nothing. You right in on topic. We just not really going in on everything. We finna bring your boy, Light Bright, Chris Sims, what you call him, the Russian? Mother Russia. Mother Russia. We're trying to bring him on deck now.
Are we offending anybody yet?
I think we're past that.
We passed that.
Past that.
Straight from us podcast.
Chris Sims, you gotta post a public
and press
apology.
like and subscribe.
Chris Sims, you gotta post a public apology on Facebook page and say why the vision was good. See the post on his page that was trash. They only made it through like 2 episodes. I made him watch all the episodes and say, okay, that was really good. It was really good. So he's got to post what he saw. He's my impatient friend, man. He'll watch a movie. If it starts out being like boring to him, he gets, oh, this is trash.
Hold up.
I feel him. I walked out of Wonder Woman and we went to the movies to see it. Part two
was garbage.
Part 2 was trash.
Yeah, it was trash.
It was horrible.
So
Part 2 was horrible. Should have walked out.
Talk about Chris Sims. He ain't made it on yet. I think he said invite him. Jay's in the process of inviting you right now, Chris. So you know what? Back in the day, me and Chris Sims, like Chris is the runt of the litter. Because his brother Jermaine, that was like 6 foot something. Like,
are you
movie dude? That was my dude. Jermaine was my dude. Same security thing. And so he invited me over to play video games one day. This is back when I was gaming because I didn't really game that much. But what up, Loco? What up, bro? I went over to their house. These are the only 2 dudes I knew that had a bachelor pad full of freaking every goddamn video game you can think of. Posters on the wall. What else did they have? I want to say some Japan Nation up on the wall. Like, dude, I went to this house like,
Japanime.
This that's going on in here. I never been to any dude's house that was like theirs. They had the toys still in the box and shit all over. I bet Chris' house is still like this right now to this day. He probably still got Darth Vader still on the wall somewhere in the box.
Chris got everything, man.
Hey, he said that was all me. Yeah, hey, I bet. I ain't know that was you or Jermaine, but I ain't gonna lie. Both of them kicked my ass to Soul Calibur. I thought I was the shit.
Oh, it's all okay.
And I think they the reason why I stopped gaming because they fucked me up royally in a couple different fighting games. We started with Soul Calibur and they kicked my ass. I'm not gonna.
Jermaine was my dude, man.
Huh?
Jermaine was my dude.
Oh,
He's
Jermaine,
singing my group.
Hey, that's still my dude. He's just too many cities away for me to be in keeping contact with him. Me and him still hit inbox from time to time, but that was my dude. We always had each other back, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember
like Jim Carrey
doing security. He was the black Jim Carrey, but you know he's half white, half black. That dude, freckles. He high yellow. He's the other high yellow. But yeah, that dude. When I say, man, doing security at Family Dollars and Walgreens back in the days, man, that dude always had my back when it came down to it because I was shorter then and thinner. So man,
I did security just for a little bit, but when they just really gave me a whistle and pepper spray, I was like, I ain't doing this shit no more. I'm not gonna get jumped on for some bubble gum.
Top flight security in the world.
Let me just say something, man. We got ADHD real bad here.
Oh,
jump on top of the topic.
Listen,
Straight from us podcast.
Straight from us podcast.
This is what you did. I got it, Jeff.
You sent it to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm upset about, I'm going back to Marvel. I think one of the characters I think that the Marvel messed up in my opinion.
You said Marvel
because they don't have the rights for him. I'm gonna say how they did the Hulk.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely didn't like the first two Hulk movies.
The first Hulk, the story was good, but the action was terrible. But the story was good. I'm gonna tell you why the story was good. The story broke down.
I got a drink, but I forgot you got a drink too.
The story broke down why Bruce Banner is the way he is. You know, dude has like multiple personalities.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on what personality is in charge at the time, depends on his strength level.
Chris Sims, welcome, sir. Welcome.
So didn't Stan Lee copy the Hulk from Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Here we go.
Now,
Okay. Yeah.
Here we go.
Those that don't
This
know
nigga.
out there watching, we got. If you have
Hey.
any question, please chime in, and I will read these three guys. We got three top guys. I can tell you anything you need to know about comic books, Marvel, all that.
Hey, can I show y'all something real quick?
Show it to us, bro.
Hey, so T, remember you said all this. Look, man, look. I don't know if y'all can see that.
I'm come Robbie.
Man.
Don't say that on public TV.
Those my movie. These my Blu-rays and
What
DVDs.
I remember without the posters, I don't see the posters, but that's all the stuff I remember right there, man.
Man, Vader.
Almost a billionaire with all
Expect
that.
a visit tomorrow, Chris.
Hey, you know I got that new 9. It'll be waiting. I got that new 9. That mug is 30.
Please don't cancel us.
Oh, hold on.
Oh my God, put it down, dog.
That?
Oh no, that's just the holster. That's just the holster.
Oh, look.
No,
Oh, that's wait, shit. You gotta put that down, you'll get us canceled, bro.
Please don't cancel us. Please. We just started.
This nigga just got on here.
This equipment is still kind of new.
so they paid for it yet?
And somewhere John Morant.
Hey, I charge it on my Vader credit card. Y'all good?
You got a Vader credit card? Dog, I hate you right now, dude.
Shows you the level of nerdness that is going on here.
Because he was so happy.
No, from ever since 1977, 78. Star Wars fan.
This dude is a true collector. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, now let's get back on that Soul Calibur. Yeah.
Back on topic, Chris Sims. Since you are just now coming on, matter of fact, I'm finna stop saying your whole name, Chris. Since you coming on, this is where we gonna start you off at, and then we can just go back into the conversation at hand. So, Your choice: DC or Marvel, and why?
Team Marvel.
Your character.
Team Marvel, man. Team Marvel, definitely. I think their movies are more exciting. To me, they're more realistic. Kind of what one of y'all was saying. DC movies are, the majority of them, to me, they're depressing, man.
Yep.
Like the Joker, y'all seen that?
Yes.
I actually like that Joker though.
Man, I hate that movie. That movie to me seemed like they made a movie of a dude that was depressed and decided to say, hey, this kind of remind me of the Joker. Let's just call it the Joker. Man, that movie was garbage, dude.
I'm gonna say it
That
was
movie
only
broke down how a person that's
Jokers that I'll
depressed
take.
turned to a
It's
villain.
Jack Nicholson and the one that died.
Mm-hmm.
Like them two Jokers I'll take. Jack Nicholson and
Oh,
the
yeah.
one
Yeah.
Definitely.
Nicholson set the bar for the Joker.
But Chris,
Definitely.
you watched the whole movie
Yeah,
that Joker though,
Light.
turned to evil dude and killed the dude on the TV show and all that stuff.
Hold on, let me show you something, Don. You asked me questions that you probably already know the answer to. So hold on 1 second.
I think more people like the sadistic type of Joker.
You know what? It could have still been that way. I think it could have been done better, man. I didn't care for it. I watched it twice. I watched it at the movies. I was like, oh, I don't like this. So then I got the Blu-ray and I watched it again just to make sure. I wanted to give it a fair shake. I didn't like it, man.
Y'all that's young and don't know what Blu-ray is, it was a DVD. Well,
so see, I got it on. Like I said, I went and bought it again, man. It was just not for me.
I think it was a good backstory, man, to show why he was the way he was.
Oh, the Joker?
Yeah, it should show why he was so sadistic, because he was someone that was like the people that do the mass shooting.
Yeah, I still think it could have been done better.
Who was that?
Doing a little bit.
Somebody said something for you. Who was that?
I think that my sister's on mute. No, she on mute.
I thought it was a good backstory. I'm gonna tell you why I thought it was a good backstory. Because I like character development. It showed why the Joker is a sadistic evil being. Just for some dude to put on clown makeup and be crazy for no reason doesn't make no sense to me. That Joker movie broke it down. He was bullied, harassed, and he had a condition, and then he ended up snapping. And most of your serial killers in the world, most of your mass shooters are people that were bullied and they turn crazy. So it kind of makes sense why dude's the way he is. So I kind of like that.
No, like I said, I agree with what you're saying. I think the execution could have been better, man.
Execution, I'll give you that.
It didn't seem like the Joker to me. Honestly, like I said, it seemed like they made a movie, a really dark movie about a dude that had a lot of issues. Like you said, that was bullied, that was depressed, didn't really know how to cope with society. I understand that, but the way it was done, dog, it didn't feel like a DC movie. It didn't feel like a Joker. It felt like, man, it was a depressing ass movie, man. I'm like,
I think
so your problem is the pacing. Your problem is the pacing.
No, my problem is that shit was foul, dude.
It could have probably been better though.
My problem is always
a lot of times as far as like a
No,
standalone.
the Joker movie was garbage.
That was garbage.
I couldn't even watch the whole movie. Bravo to you for watching it twice, because I couldn't even get through it the first time.
Right.
It might have been better if it wasn't a standalone. Like the Joker is always associated with Batman or Harley Quinn.
No, I don't think it's that, man. Like, I just think the way they did the movie, it didn't feel like the Joker to me. Like I said, it felt like they made a movie about a depressed dude, and they said, this got some similarities to Joker. Well, shit, let's make this the Joker movie. That's what it felt like to me. It just didn't feel like, I don't know, man. To me, it was garbage.
You know what I'm saying? For me, like I said, I think it was more the standalone. Like if it had like more correlation with like Batman, because not a lot of people do villains in a way that it has like a great backstory without a hero. Bringing that super villain in.
No,
Batman and Joker like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I still think. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I still think they could have did a standalone Joker movie and it would have been better. It could have did it better. That just didn't feel like the Joker movie to me. That's
okay.
All right.
How can you do a movie like that and explain why he's the person he is?
Can y'all hear me?
Huh?
Can y'all hear me?
Who's that? See, yeah, you gotta talk louder. Your mic is quiet, bro.
That's what I'm saying. My mic, something's up with my mic. I don't know what's up with my mic right now. But What I was getting ready to say, huh?
Pop that out for there.
Said what?
Pop it out. Put it back in.
So let me can I ask a question? Like, what are y'all favorite DC movies, live action?
You
It would have to
already
be
said one, Man of Steel.
Batman 1.
it'd have to probably be like the first Wonder Woman.
Batman 1.
Okay.
And the Christopher Nolan Batmans.
Yeah, so I like the first Christopher Nolan Batman. The second was okay. I love Man of Steel. That's my favorite DC movie. I like Aquaman.
That was good.
It was good, but I thought it had too many
Aquaman was probably one of the best ones that they made at that time.
The first Wonder Woman that they brought up, that I like that one. The second
cool, but the second one, no, I walked out the theaters on that one.
Trash.
Yeah.
The second Wonder Woman?
The second one, I walked
No.
out.
The first one. The first one was good. The second one
was good. The second was horrible.
The second was pure garbage.
Because they promoted the second one is like it was gonna be a fight one, but then it turned into being a love story.
Yes. Come on, Scott.
I think a movie that had the potential to be a lot better and one of the better DC movies was Black Adam.
You know what? I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one. And one major reason why is I'm fucking sick of The Rock. I'm sick of dude. I don't want to see dude in no more movies.
The Rock says
we talking about Marvel versus DC all over the place.
Dude, The Rock, every single character that he plays is the exact same character.
He plays himself.
He has range. He has no acting range at all.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Amen. Praise God.
And then with The Rock, because of his stardom, because of that, he demands like what he was saying that in Black Adam, he can't lose a fight. I can't die. You know what I'm saying? That's part of his fucking contract. This dude wanted them to make movies based only around him. Black Adam, this. Forget Shazam. No, he wanted to make Black Adam the start. I'm sick of dude.
Yeah,
that has actually a good feel to be good too. Shazam.
Shazam was good.
Yeah, you know what? The first Shazam, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Chris.
Yes.
Did you like the now I hate to say that I like this because I hated the first version, but did you like the Snyder cut of the Justice League?
I don't like the Justice League. I don't like the Snyder cut. I don't like none of them. I don't like the Flash.
Did you see the Snyder cut?
I seen part of it, and I stopped watching. I didn't like it.
So I'm gonna say this. I call bullshit with DC. I don't believe that was the original cut of the movie.
It wasn't.
I think that first movie was so bad.
Yes.
They went back and they redid the movie.
Yes.
Everything that was trash, they made better. I did like the second one. I said, ain't no way in the world you convinced me that was the first cut.
Dude, let me ask you, why
that's the one
what was it about?
Huh?
Every other scene they had in slow motion. Like
I hate that shit.
Dude, that movie is garbage. DC, you know what? The only thing I think DC does well is their animated shows, their animated movies. That's it.
But what made you tell me like Man of Steel was better than Dark Knight?
Me personally, I like Man of Steel better than Dark Knight.
Okay.
Man of Steel is my favorite DC movie. I love that movie, man. I would pay to go see the movie 3 times in a row. I love that movie.
It's a dope movie, and DC fans hated on it
because they some babies, dog. They don't know what good is, dog.
Yeah, they got on nerves. I thought it was
a TikTok. I got a TikTok, and I made a comment in a video of the Flash running, and first it was going in slow motion, then it went fast. All this kind of stuff. I said it's garbage, right, dude? That video got the most comments, my second most views, because them DC fanboys was going in on me, dog. They was going in.
They were defending that shit?
Huh?
They were defending that shit?
Hell, dude, they would call me all kinds of names, and I thanked them. I'm like, thank y'all for making this my first most commented video. Thanks for making this my second most viewed video. I said, y'all suck, and I love y'all. They terrible,
man. I would
have fans.
That's why Chris Hill is
I like to thank the fans.
He's an asshole in the finest, just like the rest of us. That's why you my dude, Chris.
So aside from every DC movie that's been made trash, what movie had the best chance of being good but failed? Two.
On DC?
I think the Joker had a chance.
Back with the Dark Knight, to me. Dark Knight was pretty decent.
Yeah, Dark Knight was,
I don't know.
it was okay.
They could have had a better Bane though.
Superman, Batman versus Superman.
I thought they didn't take their time to build up shit.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about Batman versus Superman?
I don't think Affleck should have been in that.
No.
Huh?
I'd say the casting was fucked up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
was
sir.
terrible.
Yeah.
I think the casting may have been good, but the writing for it.
Exactly.
Martha.
Who the fuck sees Ben Affleck being Batman?
Exactly. Dude, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, get this nigga out of here. Dude is garbage. Well, in that movie, he's garbage.
A couple movies, it was garbage. There's been a couple movies, it's been garbage.
Well, I haven't seen many Ben Affleck movies. That's why I just said that.
Hollywood, he's been
that dude almost destroyed Daredevil.
But
yeah,
yeah. I can think of from the town.
I'm so glad the Netflix saved it.
When Ben Affleck was in the town, he did the best part ever for me and anybody else from the hood. Hold on. We gotta go.
I heard that was a good movie, The Town.
Huh? I got you. Hold on.
Will Hunting was pretty good.
You didn't like him in The Accountant?
The Accountant was good.
You didn't like Ben Affleck in The Accountant?
The Accountant was good.
The Accountant? I don't think I've seen it.
I've never seen that one.
Here it is.
Dogma.
Hey, Tanya. Hey, remember that movie?
Who's that talking to Dean? I want to see his face.
She had like she got kidnapped and beaten with Ben Affleck in it. What movie was that? Hey, have y'all seen a movie called Gone Girl?
Yes.
Yep.
I like that movie with Ben Affleck.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
That's the only one I really know that he's been in, though. I guess I'm not a big Ben Affleck fan. I guess I mean,
but you could have had either Ben Affleck or Nick Cage. That was the choices.
Mm-hmm.
Not to interrupt you, gentlemen. We're throwing a party. Keep It Cute Smith and Straight From Us podcast is throwing a Mother's Day weekend sip and paint party. The date is the 13th. And it's free admission, but you got an RSVP. Reason we doing that is because it's free admission and everything with the party is gonna be free, and we don't want like just drones of people trying to get in. Before,
right.
You know, like so you gotta.
I want to talk about drones. Chris Sims is still a little bit sad.
He got it back.
I got my baby back, dog. I got that motherfucker back.
Go ahead.
You got an RSVP. You got a DM. Keep It Cute Smith on Facebook or Instagram.
And you still ain't got the other one, Jay.
So hurry up and do that because it's a lot of seats being taken up. Everything's free with the party, free admission, free with everything else that comes with the party. It's gonna be from 5 to 9. So, like I said, you have to RSVP if you want to go. And if you got a DM, Keep It Cute Smith on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you for your moral support.
And with that being said, on May 7th, remember the month of May is Biker Awareness Month. The month of May is Biker Awareness Month. So please be on the lookout for motorcyclists that's out there because trust me, somebody that's riding on that bike is trying to make their way home to their wife, their kids.
Right.
Could be a lady that's on her way home to her kids, her husband, however it be. But respect them bikes. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout because the weather is getting hot and everybody's coming back out on them 2 wheels. And with that being said, we will be at McGovern Park on May 7th. McGovern Park on May 7th from 12 to 4 p.m. We're giving out free food, free snow cones, and a couple other things, bounce houses, all that stuff. Trust me, if y'all come up, y'all see it. We explain it to you as you come. So, with that being said, I gotta say, today was the first. Hold up. Ding gone. Okay, I was about to say, why look like you missed somebody? Today is the first day. Well, not the first day, but today we introduced the panel. So the panel is you fellas that sitting there on the panel. Welcome to the panel, Chris Sims. Welcome to the panel, Poindexter. Even though Poindexter has his own segment with the weirdest fucking foods he can find.
I think I'm gonna try at least one of them.
They had me, bro.
So with this podcast, don't expect the expected. Expect the unexpected because you don't know what you're gonna get. Just like the pastor chimed in today, and the pastor, oh my goodness. We don't know where we find that pastor at, man, but he just come through here and do what he want to do when he want to do. But welcome to the hole in the wall, everybody. We are at the hole in the wall. For those that are not from back then, the hole in the wall is where people want to go to have fun and enjoy themselves and forget what time it really was. The hole in the wall was a official place when the birds were chirping and the sun was up.
No clocks.
No clocks, no windows, none of that. But a lot of liquor and a lot of fun and music. Welcome to the hole in the wall. So, with that being said, thank you for the panel that came on out. You know what I'm saying? You guys came, y'all killed it tonight. We appreciate it. We're gonna keep on welcoming back the panel. Real quick, Poindexter.
Yeah.
Flavor of the week. What you got, man?
Chocolate strawberry hostess. No, Little Debbie. They ho-hos.
Ho-hos? I love ho-hos.
Yeah. Ho-hos is hostess. It's not Little Debbie's.
No, that's it. I said I retract that. Chocolate strawberry. Little Debbie.
Okay, so for those that don't know, Poindexter is our official person that's gonna go out and try all these weird ass concoctions coming out from all these people. He's the first person that I know that tried the Flaming Hot Mountain Dew.
The what?
The Flaming Hot Mountain Dew.
Dude, they got a flaming hot Mountain Dew.
You're late, Chris. They've been had a Flaming Hot Mountain Dew.
You know, I don't drink much sodas no more. You know, I'm getting older, man. My teeth ain't gonna be taking up.
I'm trying
to keep my teeth until I'm dead, man. I wanna be buried with a full set of teeth.
What I'll do for you is I'll find for every snack I'll find something healthy.
Okay.
Hey, Poindexter.
So
I got a request. If you're trying food, go to this restaurant on the south side. It's called El Señor Real. So it's like El Señor Real.
Hey, we
They
tried
got this
this.
dish called mojada frita. It's like a fried fish, a whole fish. It's delicious. Try it with that. Ask them for the Valentino hot sauce.
So with that being said, Poindexter will be coming to us, giving us
I'm gonna text it to you.
opinions.
All right.
The weirdest shit that's out there that's coming out that they want everybody to try.
And we thank you.
Poindexter is our person that's gonna do that because I'll be damned if I try any of that shit he tried.
I'll try.
Kiss my ass. Man. Well, strawberry chocolate ho-ho, you know. Man, it's
like I said, I'll find some other stuff.
There's a lot of strawberry chocolate ho-hos running around.
No, it's not.
No, that was Swiss rolls I was eating. A ho-ho, for some odd reason, it's the same thing, but it's better than the Swiss roll.
It's about the same. Oh, okay. The Swiss roll got the chocolate covering around the cake, and okay, that's fucked up. We sound like Baby D's up here. We can tell you everything that is about the cakes and shit.
Man.
But
the product I'll be trying this week though is the spicy mustard Doritos and the tangy ketchup Doritos.
Wow.
Sound disgusting as hell.
Toilet making.
Poindexter, you see that message I sent?
Rodney, you are the only one that's sending private messages. I swear to God. Man.
I'm trying to do it in the comments. I can't.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, let us know how those taste, man.
I'm just telling Poindexter to bring him a bottle of E&J's finest.
Arky jerk. Easy Jesus.
With a shot of Paul Masson.
Shit, no. Please don't leave the Paul alone.
So this segment actually went for 2 hours. Went in for 2 hours. This segment, but honestly, the podcast itself went in for an hour, and then the panel came in and went in for another hour, which I can't really say that I'm mad about that. That was pretty good because the panel goes in and it's live. I love the panel. All right, Jay, can I get some applause for these guys on the panel? There we go. Give an applause for you guys that's on the panel. Chris Sims, he's down there. I don't know where he's in. He's down. I see him down in that bottom half. But
you got short attention span.
Yeah, no, he's still here. He just can't be said. I can see him, like you can't see him, but I can see him. He got his hands behind his head right now. Shit. But so at this point in time, huh?
I accidentally disconnected.
Okay. So at this time, you know what? I might, because Oz haven't did one in a while. Well, he haven't did one, but I'm always one that's doing them because I came up with this thing at the end of the show. We have asshole opinion and asshole point of view. And normally I'm the one that's doing them because, you know, I'm the asshole and I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. I'm going to say what I want to say and what I choose to say, and that's just what it is.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Be mad at me later. With that being said, we had a couple different topics on here to have an asshole point of view about. Last week, it was hard for me to have an asshole point of view on the topics that we had. But this particular one, I actually do. But as up and coming shows come on, I was just gonna have an asshole point of view because there's gonna be times where I probably don't have one, and sometimes we might call on to the panel to have the asshole point of view. You know what I'm saying? And what the asshole point of view is you saying what it fucking is, regardless of what anybody thinks. You gotta give it to them how it is. So, what my asshole point of view and opinion is, I'm going back to the cheating situation. I'm going back to the man with his whole back bubbled up and everything else. When it was all said and done, everything, I believe in everything in this world is vice versa when it comes down to the men and the women in this planet. Because if it's good for the man, it's good for the woman. If it's good for the woman, it's good for the man. If the man is cheating, the woman is cheating. If the woman is cheating, the man is cheating. At the end of the day, the world that we live in right now is you go into that relationship knowing that this person already got a second person. You know what I'm saying? They already got a standby. They already got a sneaky link. They already got somebody that's sitting there that's keeping them feeling good at that time because that's somebody they technically didn't really want to let go of in the first place, but that person wasn't treating them right. So for whatever reason, they choose to hold on to that person that wasn't treating them right in the first place, but that person was doing something that was pretty much good to them that they hold on to them in that corner. Or it was somebody they never crossed that threshold with. They done fucked a couple times, did a couple things, went on a couple dates or whatever, but they never crossed that threshold to say they was a couple. So when it's all said and done, 9 times out of 10 in the world that we in now, everybody's cheating on everybody before they even go into the relationship. So why even get mad enough to do shit that you're doing to these people as far as keying up cars, busting out windows, throwing hot water, hot oil, grits, whatever on people's backs? Because, hey, if we just so happen to have this person, this female, come on and show that this dude caught her in the bed with his best friend, and he threw motherfucking hot water, grits, and oil all mixed together on both of them, and her titties is all bubbled up, pussy all fucked up, his back all fucked up. Is he in the wrong? Is he the devil? 9 times out of 10 people are gonna say yeah. Because she had the right to go ahead and cheat, which is bad business when it's all said and done. Because technically, if you love the person that you with, why cheat? You know what I'm saying? And that's what it all comes down to, and that's where people lose their way at. When it's all said and done. If you're going to go into this situation, go into it real. But most people can't. They got to lie and they got to fake the funk because everybody's going to be this other person to get the person that they think they want until they got that person. They realize, oh, I like this other person. Because temptation is out here for everybody all day long. On both sides of the fence, whether it be man or woman, there's always temptation out here for everybody. So now, what you have to do in your world is keep your temptation in your household and make sure that the person that you're entertaining and the person that you want to keep, you're doing everything that you can and make sure that person understands what you're doing and they want to do the same thing and reciprocate. Because if it ain't, don't play with yourselves. That's my asshole point of view.
And we got to give a shout out to Jerry Springer, so he had his final thought.
Oh, damn, that was a final thought.
Hey, did y'all see that post on on Facebook? They had Jerry Springer and Jerry Springer invited Biggie Small onto the show. And Biggie Small, and he was like, "Hey, yeah, so your best friend cheated with your wife," and they had Tupac coming from the background.
That shit would have been hilarious.
Hell no.
Dude, I was rolling. I should have screenshotted that, or I should have shared it to my page. It was hilarious, man. It was hilarious.
I'd like to give a shout out to the people that's watching, because it's without y'all, it will be no us.
With that being said, Chris, hey, always send it to text it or email it to Jay.
Okay.
Everything that you send to him, we can put up on the screen. And I would like to invite you to be one of the panel if you're free on the nights that we do it. I will always try to send you a link. Send you the info in advance so you know what the topics is and what's going on. Because at the end of the segment, we're gonna try to do a panel. Just in case. We have guests that's supposed to come on tonight, supposed to be in Slam. He got a book out. You know what I'm saying? Gotta give much love to that man. He was at work at the time. But he's still gonna be a guest on the show. You know what I'm saying? But if a guest don't come through, we're gonna go to the panel so we can keep everything rolling. We're gonna keep our topics so all of us is in the loop. The next topic is what we're talking about.
Thursday.
So Thursday at what time?
It'll be 7.
7. So I'm gonna say 8.
7:30.
I'm gonna say 7, Black folks time, 8 o'clock. You know, you got Central and Pacific time. So we got regular time and Black folks time. Sometimes we fall on Black folks time. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. But next Thursday, we'll be going live. This Thursday.
That's this Thursday.
This Thursday.
And that's no
Okay.
Oh, so my bad. Because I always say next Thursday because we still Saturday. So we talking about this week that's coming up. But Thursday that's coming up, 7 p.m. We're gonna be discussing snowfall and everything that went on with snowfall. And I ain't gonna lie, I watched that whole series. That was a fucking spectacular series. Even after John Singleton passed, even though
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Okay.
Don't give it away.
Look, yeah, don't pull a Rodney.
Yeah, I gotta do my homework on
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'll save it for the topic and save it for the panel at the end. But it's time for us to go ahead and get up out of here. I'm your boy, Mr. Cool Will.
I'm your boy OZ. And this Straight From Us podcast.
One love, y'all.
Yeah, y'all take it easy, man. Thanks for having me on.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.